What's going on, Dragon Brawlers? Scott Sedman here for London Players Guild, and today, joining me from across the globe, the man, the myth, the legend, Evan U7 Glover. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining me at this time.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I'm good. I'm doing great, man. Just, trying to get the deck forward out. No, I'm kidding. No, actually, no, I can't be saying that. I am trying to get Invoker forward out. I got like two more cards, but I'm going to keep that on the down low for
You gotta
another
keep it
bit.
on down. Look, no spoils here. You gotta keep teasing people. I like it. I
I'll say
respect it.
it. The sense of being, okay? I need one more sense of,
All right, one
one
more
more
sense of
sense
being.
of being.
It's not as like that. It's not like set one where they're really hard to get. You good. I'm fairly certain I can get you a senzu beam, bro.
Yeah.
Uh, so Snake Way, essentially, you've come up with three things you want to see in the card game or in Dragon Ball in general. We're going to talk about it as you progress along Snake Way, and just it's a chance for the community to get to know you a bit better. Just talk about Dragon Ball, what you like, what you don't like. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, people do know this about you. You are a very positive and sharing person. You are an actor. You have starred in a film. You are Nelson in Virgin Cheerleader in Chains. So, do you want to talk a bit about that before we dive straight into the Dragon Ball nitty gritty?
Yeah. I'm an actor outside of Dragon Ball, so I've been doing commercials and auditioning and just doing indie films and stuff for a while. So I booked Virgin Chili's and Chains back in 2016, and then we didn't get an international release until 2019. So that was actually, but it was a really fun movie. We were shown around the world. In the indie film market, Brazil, with horror film awards and stuff. So it was really part of that project. And then I got to give credit to my co-star Elizabeth Maxwell, who plays Khalifa
Gotta
in Dragon
flex
Ball
that
Super.
Khalifa knowledge. Oh, it's so great
Yeah,
that that is a
the
connect.
movie.
Yeah,
Khalifa's in the movie. Yeah,
Khalifa is in it. Evan U7's in it. It's the Dragon Ball movie. You didn't know you want to watch it. You know
I
what? It's
watched
on
it with you.
Amazon Prime. If you've got Amazon Prime, go and check it out. I had a blast watching it, and so yeah, Evan U7. If you want to see your boy in a movie, you can. You can see him in a movie. It's great. It's great. So speaking
Thank you.
of
Thank
Dragon Ball, Evan, where did you start with Dragon Ball in general? Not just the card game, but like let's take it back. Everybody has that moment where they first discovered Dragon Ball and fell in love with it, and I want to know where you fell in love with it.
Man, I remember back in because I'm from New Orleans originally, so I remember back when I was a kid. I was 8, and I was about 7 years old, and I didn't have cable growing up, so my friends were just they had cable, so they'd be talking about Dragon Ball Z, and I remember there was this tsunami. So yeah,
Mm.
tsunami was on KWB back in the day, and I remember there was a song. It was like Dragon, Dragon, watch the Dragon, Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
Z.
Right, and that's all you hear, and it was like nah, nah, nah. And I'm just saying, just like, what is this? And the first time, like, keep in mind, this is the first time I've never ever seen Dragon Ball. I never seen Dragon Ball Z. I just remember watching a scene where it was Goku and Gohan in the hyperbolic time. So then my dad's job, they had cable there, so I watched the whole Freezer saga. So
Oh,
all
that's
my friends,
amazing.
yeah, my friends was always talking about Goku this, Gohan the strongest this. So but once I saw the Freezer saga, and once I finally got cable, that's when I actually watched Dragon Ball, and I'm so thankful that I watched Dragon Ball when I was a kid. There's so many episodes. I actually watched Dragon Ball because Toonami used to do Dragon Ball Z, and GT.
Oh
So I
damn.
used to watch them all in that order, right, in that way. But I just fell in love with Dragon Ball, man. And then, I found out about Z Store, which is technically the Funimation store here in Texas. And I ordered like this. My dad got me this big Goku with the. I still have it like back
Oh
there.
damn.
It's yeah. He has the gold hair and he has the gold hair and big figurine because I love S Super Saiyan Blue, and that's just like my top favorite.
You
Like it's
jam. You
literally
jam.
the
I respect it. I
they're
respect
just
it.
both it's just I can't do a comparison. They're both just my favorite. And so I just fell in love with that. And I used to collect the old school Dragon Ball Z cards from back in the day. I would just go to the store and buy them. It came with the little Z Scouters. and stuff. So
Oh,
I
I
was
remember
just,
that. I picked
I,
up some starter decks
yeah,
not too long ago, and it has these little things and all the little yellow ball or orange balls, and I'm just like, this is wild. How is this a thing? Like, it's a bygone era, but I didn't do that as a kid. That's me coming after, like, as an
yeah.
adult, going back and getting merch from my what would have been my childhood. So to actually meet someone who had played it as a growing up, that's insane. That's wild. That's cool.
It's crazy. And then I stuck with Dragon Ball, and it's so crazy because back in the day, you'd be very low key about liking Dragon Ball. You go to high school and you be kind of like, a few of your little friends would know,
You
but
got
then
that little
when I got
group who
old,
you're like there with, but like everyone else is like, no, I don't watch those animes. Yeah, I've been through that.
so that actually I was very quiet about it, but when people would say I don't watch that, I'd be like, oh okay. But I'd be home, I'd be playing my figurines, I'd be watching.
Powering up.
But man, look, I ain't gonna cap. I got my Goku figurine right here, but I used to be
Oh,
home and be like, you know,
love it.
and I used to do all that. But then, you get older and you become more confident in yourself, and the same people that made fun of me back in the day, they're now reaching out to me saying, "Yo, man, where you get these figure arts from, man? Where you get those cards
That's
from,
so
man?"
cool, bro.
And oh, you gonna go see the Broly movie that's coming out, man? Like we should go together. I'm like, you didn't want me to sit by you back in high school, man. Back
You
in
thought I
junior
was
high,
weird for liking this weird anime thing. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
invite you to the anime club, but you was like, "No, I got football," which is cool, but I'd be like, "Yo, come over here and come watch the Dragon Ball." No,
Watch
no,
a guy scream for
the
two
girls,
episodes, and then be like get
right?
emotionally invested in a guy screaming at the top of his lungs. Ah, yeah.
I'm telling yes, and then but then you stick with it, and then other card games. Cause I didn't get to the second, I guess, wave of Dragon Ball that came out before the cancellation, like early 2015 or 2016. I know the one with the G Scholars ended, and then there was another Dragon Ball Z card game that came out. But at that same time, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, playing Pokemon.
Mm.
But then when Super came out, um, I remember when Super was coming out, I was running around looking for the demo decks.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember just just get into the game, and then I literally sold all my Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh stuff,
You
around
just
that
went in on
time. And
Dragon
I actually
Ball.
sold the rest of the stuff just to get into Dragon Ball, yeah.
Dang.
And then I sold it all. I was like, man, I'm gonna miss Yu-Gi-Oh. And I appreciate what it did for me. Like it kept me engaged with the world of anime and stuff.
Yeah.
But I where I'm at now in the world of the Dragon Ball card game, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
see
been
none
a
of this coming.
crazy ride. Like,
If you would have told me this 4 years ago, I'd be like, "With shoes, it's time to get to work." I had no idea. So I just fell in love with, and and this is the thing. It was always Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. But then Dragon Ball was always like when it came like my favorite anime of all time.
mm,
Dragon Ball was always just a little bit, still a little bit millimeters
mm,
up. Because I think people that love Pokemon love it because of their childhood, but
yeah.
Dragon Ball just be this thing that I just stuck with over time, and but like I said, this card game and the moments, the people, the energy, the creativity, I never had nothing this. I never had experiences like this in a card game
Mm.
because I'm not a content creator at all.
No,
I'm
no.
not a YouTuber at all. So, but to be able to have these blessings come this way, and it's all because of Dragon Ball. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things that you just kind of just process, and you just go, you know what? I was meant to play this card game.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. We've both been in that boat where we've been approached and been like, look, you guys love this game. Here's something we're going to give back to you. And I think that's a really humbling thing. So let's go on to our first thing. What is your first thing you would like to see in the Dragon Ball Supercard game, or just Dragon Ball in general?
uh, well, I would love to see some of the Dragon Ball Heroes I've been watching those Dragon Ball Heroes episodes
Mm.
on YouTube, which is so fun. A lot of people don't know this, but Dragon Ball Heroes been out since 2010 with those 1 minute promo clips that used to come out. I don't know if you've seen those.
Yeah, yeah,
It'd
all,
be like
all of them for God Mission, Jakku Mission. Yeah,
right, right, and you'll see Manjin Janimba,
yeah,
you Janimba. Wait, was it Manjin Du Caesar Janimba? You see that? I think that's what it is. Yeah, you'll see Hatchek. Um, you would see Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Brawl, and this is back in like
yeah.
2010. This is
This is
almost 10 years
this
ago.
is pre this is pre Super Dragon Ball Heroes. This is all just Dragon Ball Heroes. Yeah, like
Right,
you're
right. It's Super
speaking my
Dragon Ball
language.
Heroes.
This
It's
is when
just
we had no Dragon Ball. This was the dark times. This was post
this is when
Z, before
Wi-Fi.
Super.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah.
was
This is when
yeah,
YouTubers will put all the clips together just so you can sit there and watch these 1 minute clips
yeah,
of Dragon Ball Heroes openings. And you'll see SS4, yeah, Gohan. You will see Super Saiyan 4. What's his name? Super Saiyan 4 Brawley. You see Adult Gotenks back in 2011, 2012.
yeah.
So now that they got this Super Dragon Ball Heroes thing, to see like SS4 Vegito in action, I know it's all fan service, but I like to see that in Dragon Ball Super, and make those
Oh
guys
yeah,
canon. And then,
definitely, man. 100%.
I mean, guy Trunks is, I mean, was so cool. I mean, he literally went from Super Saiyan 3 to Xeno Trunks, went from Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan God Trunks. And I thought that was pretty cool how they actually put that in the show. And then the limit breaks with SS4
Oh,
Goku
I
Vegeta Xeno.
know. They teased that. They
That was
hyped it
so
up. Janemba Black's there. Oh my god, yeah. I was popping large for that. It was
oh yeah,
such a moment.
it was so cool. And then and then of course with the card game, I mean, I was actually talking to Bandai. I was like, hey, y'all should make an Invoker.
Yo, yo.
They
Hey, hey.
was like, ooh, that's pretty broken. I mean, like, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. But I mean, I'm glad that they're doing. I think Bandai know what's best. Like I said, I think they realize. I believe in them, and I'm not trying to sound biased. It's just I actually think that they're on. They're working hard, man, and I think that's what's making them because we're the community. We keep the game going. You see these rants, complaints, this and this and this and this, but it's like, you know, they're working hard, and I just always just hope that it keeps. I mean, I'm always running Awakened Power, no matter what
Yeah,
anyone
that's
says.
true.
But
Your boy you picked up for what, $90 and now scoring for upwards of $1,000 over in the States? Like, what?
crazy. But I like to see more of a more. I'm glad they do a multicolored unison.
Yeah, that's
In my opinion, I think that's like a little subliminal little message to kind of just throw at us so that you can probably run those type of color cards in
possible.
Invoker
Yeah.
or
It's
something
gonna
in a
definitely
way.
have Invoker support. Like, there's no way, right? It's gotta be.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I just I think that right now we're in the era now. Man, you're looking back at set one when you had the Soul Striker starter deck to now,
Oh no, it's
and
completely different.
and what's so crazy, like what we're doing now at this exact moment, talking about Dragon Ball. There's people doing this around the world right now,
Yeah.
and it's mind blowing. But those are things I want to see. Is of course I like the Invoker getting more support, but the Unison multicolors, I'm glad that's coming out. I like to see more of Now I love this one. This is one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite leaders outside of the Invoker engine. I love the critical Vegeta from back in the day when you
From
take the
set
life, he
one?
becomes crit
Yeah.
from set
Oh,
one. I love that. I remember back because that was only a few leaders you can play, but that Vegeta card was actually pretty cool because he was kind of like the one of his kind, and Brawly BR finally did the whole
mm.
take a life game crit, but that Vegeta was like the original one, and I'm kind of I hope he gets rebooted in a way
No, I'm with you,
because
man.
that's
I'm with you. That was an iconic
that's so
galactic
cool.
battle leader.
That card is so cool, and Vegeta just that leader itself was so different from Soul Strikers, but Soul Strikers all about Goku's all about peace and clarity. Vegeta's all about aggro and
I
power. So
have
I
the
like how
strongest.
yeah, exactly, and I like how Vegeta was just this 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 pressure. Even the leader was so.
Mm.
And I know he got eroded a while back. Well, in that early set, he got eroded. But I mean, I like to see him come back. I like to see. I would like to see some of the set one leaders come back. Like the Green Gohan leader was pretty cool. I have a buddy of mine who actually made that deck at the time,
Oh
where
dang.
you tap all six and you
Yeah,
KO
that
all
pay
your cards.
six just to.
That,
Yeah, that
man,
would. To be fair, if that got a reboot, I would pop 'em. I would pop massive. I'd be so happy.
yeah, that one. And then I remember when the first, like, I also would like to see. I remember the Awaken Strike Essence Blue Goku. He's the one where he takes a life, he becomes Double Strike, and he was
Yeah.
early pressure. Yeah, and you can run red and you run blue in it too. So, but yeah, man. But I am glad that Brawley Set One had gotten some more support. It's actually pretty cool to see a card from Set One, be coming through,
Yeah,
being
like
played.
a return of Broly's ring in a completely different way that I ever would have imagined, and yeah, it's just a really creative way to bring back a leader, and it shows because there's a lot of people very excited to see it. Like the amount of hype for Broly again, it's never gone away, but they've gone and done Broly BR quite a bit, and that's not a bad thing. Broly BR is huge. It's like it's one of the coolest characters Dragon Ball's introduced in a long while. But the OG Broly is always going to be my Broly, and so to give that green boy some love, I can't complain.
Oh yeah, he was on the latest Dragon Ball Heroes episode, and I thought that was
Yeah, he
pretty
came right back, smashing through, and being like, "Hey, guess what? Anything you can do, I can do better."
right. And I kind of Toa made a reference saying that Brawley never went back. Remember that was the fight because it was a reference that Toa makes. Spoiler alert, but Toa makes a reference talk about how Brawley had a fight with Goku in
Yeah,
that episode.
and she's just like,
It was
"Yeah, we
crazy.
lost him. We didn't know what happened to him." I love that. It's just Toa's line to me. It's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
she's
so
like, we don't
that's
know what
what
happened
happened to him."
ever since the fight. Yeah, she's like, we don't know what happened ever since the fight. I was like, that was
Okay, okay,
pretty
I see what
brilliant.
you're doing. It's fan service, but it's
But
it's
yeah,
fan service done right. I think I like it a lot.
oh yeah, it's cool to see these characters like Shroom and Salsa and Putin get these moments in the show, and I mean it's just you had Gogeta, you had Jiren, you had Hit Team Up. I mean it was just a lot of cool stuff, man. But other than that, I would like for Veggies to come back, the Red Green Engine to come back. I always thought that was fun. Veggies was so. I gave my deck to a buddy of mine a while back, but Veggies was so fun to play. That whole Universe 6 with the Kava, Khalifa, and just, man, just being able to reduce the energy cost with
That
the
cover
Kava on the
man was
field.
nuts, nuts card. I mean, like, yeah, I totally understand, and there's that nostalgia factor there for sure, which is why shameless plug for ourselves is we're doing the history of Dragon Ball Super card game, which is going back and looking at those older archetypes. So we are starting with the starter deck, which will actually go live a day after this airs. So stay subscribed to this channel, people. So go and watch what Dragon Ball was like.
Subscribe, please.
Love it. Evan endorsed. Like I love it. I love it. That's amazing. So we're in set 12 now, Evan. Like, what are your
Right.
thoughts on it? What are your thoughts? Have you had some time to play with it?
I did. Where is my super duper deck? So like I said, before we were making, well, I'm gonna answer both of your questions, I promise. So I made the Whis
Oh,
rejuvenation
look at
one.
him
Um,
on the full art. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, had a foil one. I just want to try it out. I mean, it's. I saw some decks online. Yes, I deck. I'm evil. But I saw a deck online because I haven't played. I played Skills once or twice, and I always thought Skills was fun. So when I saw like the Week leader was being played, I saw some deck lists that was being presented on YouTube and stuff. But I like it. It's what I think what they were doing, in my opinion, was that this set here in particular was to give other cards some of the credit that it needed, just so they could continue on with further sets. I knew, we all knew Charles was coming soon.
Oh yeah.
But like when Charles made his first debut in this particular set, I thought that was pretty cool to see that. And I love how the whole tree of might and
Yeah, that was
the
a
whole
super surprise. That.
mechanic in a strategic way that this set is built is so different than any other set. Because set 10, in my opinion, was just about counterplay. set 11, which is trying to kind of like feeding off of
Mm.
set 10. But I like how set 12 really everything is different. Like they have their own. Cause in my opinion, previous sets you would go, you would build a deck based on the current set, but you have to go get older cards,
Mm.
from previous sets. Where this one here, it's like you was getting everything all at once. You just needed a few cards from previous sets, but
Mm.
you got most of the mechanics of the deck from this set. And I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely different. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it
unique. And I
is
think,
100% a differently designed set. I think there was a different
yeah,
mindset going into it. Yeah, and I do really
yeah,
appreciate
it's
it.
perfect. Yeah,
It
yeah, and
sets.
I like how we presented. I like the Wii. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And Shenron got support, so it was just it worked out.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. When we did our grid, I said it's an S ranked set. I still stand by it. I love the set so much. I love the secret rare choices. Um, well, absolutely love those secret rare choices. Like Boo, that counter
Oh
Boo.
yeah,
Oh, so good.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like Bandai was telling me a while back, they were saying, sometimes Dragon Ball, the people who make Dragon Ball Heroes and Bandai
They
themselves
share
who make the
office space.
cards.
They share office space.
Yeah, yeah. He told me they share ideas all the time, and I thought I was so one. I mean, that was inspiring for me just to hear that type of creativity be presented. But to be able to see Supreme Kai at her full power, and see the Manjin Buu, Janemba Buu, and then to see the Pycon come back was pretty smart. But the fact that they're using Dragon Ball Heroes as a way, which is so smart though, because they invested a lot of time with Dragon Ball Hero characters while getting ready for the next set that's going back to Androids, Goku Lineage
Yeah,
and
evolution boost set's gonna be crazy.
Evolution set gonna be, oh man. So I like the set a lot though. I think it actually kept the set a little bit more balanced. I mean, in my opinion, there are still some broken decks out there, but to see, actually Marcel was playing Turtles. Marcel got top, with Turtles.
Yeah.
And Turtles just came out to see, and I think people underestimate a lot of the leaders in cards until somebody's top. That's
Mm.
always been a thing, and it's that people go, it's all right, it's all right. Now the person top, now everybody want to jump on that train. Where you got people who saw a trailer or saw some of the cards and went, yo, these cards are good. And they're like, no, it's okay. No, but no, you got people, you have the GOAT, like Legends and Marcel, you got, Devin Buttersworth, you got some of the GOATs here in the States, paving a way for these cards to stay relevant.
Yeah, no, 100%, and props to them. I remember Dark Broly when I was super jazzed about Dark Broly, mainly because it was a hero's character, and I was like, oh my god, guys, we're finally getting
Yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Broly.
yeah.
But then it was like we
I
put out
remember that. I remember that. I saw that video. Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
put out that
I thought
profile. I was
going
like,
over the
look,
cards.
Dark Broly is gonna be it, and then everyone's like, it's all right. And then look what's top, like constantly in the top, and I'm like, and then Eddie's just doing wonders with it, man. Eddie is just taking that deck and
It, I'm telling you, people sleep. I just think that people are sleeping on. I mean, yes, begs differ that we do think. I do believe that Bandai should always continue to support older cards.
mm,
That's what they've been doing in a way, or you bringing out new sets to support older sets. And I think that's really cool. But to be able to see cards from older sets, and I even tell Bandai, I say, look, thank y'all for not doing rotation.
yeah, straight
Because
up.
the creative is amazing, and like the beat. Like one thing I noticed that when you see somebody play Shenron, or see somebody play the old school Brawley, just to
Yeah.
see the amount of stuff in the meta or the newer cards come out and adapt, it's so creative.
Mm.
And the fact that you have 50 to 60 cards, like you could even do 50 flat, and your opponent doesn't know. Like with Dark Brawley. Dark Brawley came out. Dark Brawley is destroying a lot of decks with pressure and warp. You had the ultimate deck that came out. The ultimate deck is actually pretty powerful too. I mean,
Yes.
that deck is powerful.
No,
That
that
is
deck
very
is powerful and will continue to get powerful because of what they're doing. It's like,
what they're doing. And that deck, and I believe that deck is going to go up in price.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that
straight
deck
up.
is going to become valuable because they say it's a ultimate deck made from Bandai and stuff. So you get all these cool cards and stuff, but that deck itself, you could play 50 cards and you could still. I mean, my buddy was playing with it the other day. He wanted to go to the shop. I played him against Invoker, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Victor Striker, but you know,
Yeah, just a flex. It's fine.
it's not, no, but it was a good deck because he was pressured a lot, and he was making cards to my hand in the bottom, and you know, with the Invoker players, we need to keep our hand. So, but even with that ultimate deck, and I mean, just to see the Meki board Toa family get so much more support, I'm actually happy it's getting more support. I'm glad Toa is getting her range of cards and stuff right now
Yeah.
because I think we have two more blocks of
Two
Unicorn
more
Warrior.
UWs, yeah, for sure. UW5 is the last one with that spirit boost mechanic. That's about as much as we know from that. But yeah, UW4 should be April, and that's the black multicolors, which is very intriguing to me. I
That's
basically think it's going to be Dark Broly 2.0.
that I really believe that, and I really believe that set is going to just make Dark Brawler really powerful.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's going to shift the meta. Like when I say shift, I mean I think it's going to shift because you know if you think about it, most decks, 90% decks rely on unison. And I've seen Legends play Baby Unison and Invoker. You know, I tried that a few times. It worked, but I think the 9% deck, you know, take Invoker out the picture. Cause I want your fans, your followers to be like, that's how he talks about.
It's Invoker? What? Goku? Huh?
And he's like, it's not how he talks. But I think that 9%, and I think it's pretty cool to see Unisons become more reliable though.
Oh
because
yeah.
when they first came out, like the Kojita Star deck came out, and even the VJax one came out, it was the beginning of a new block. Now don't get me wrong, this block is pretty long and it's suffering because the stuff that is coming out of these sets are powerful.
Yeah.
Like they're really good. But that's just me being a crybaby. But no, it's just really cool to see these cards the Unisons be so relied on. You know, I mean, Unisons have really did change the game. Unisons are more, and I was telling my friends, I think that Unisons are more of a threat in the game than actual leaders or secret rares.
Oh yeah, they can easily pop off and change the entire game. Yeah, I especially agree with that. I think that's a really good point. And the more they add to the
Yeah.
game, the more that's going to be a true statement.
And then you have multicolored Unisons coming out.
It's going to be wild.
Now, it's gonna be wild. Like I'm actually so excited.
Like, where are our spoilers, Bandai? Come on! I know we've got Evolution Boost there, like, let's get through that first, but I'm like, I got to know, Bandai! I got to know!
No, I stay in my lane. I swear, I'd be tempted to text them like, hey y'all, what's
Yo,
new card?
so how about that Unison Warrior Series 4, huh?
Any reprint objection? Like I like how everyone's hoping objection will get. Somebody was like, what if they reprinted objection to where he's only one and a blue leader? I'm like,
I miss Objection dearly. Again, playing with that Galactic Battle format and seeing Objection and being like, oh man, I miss that card so much.
Man, I played Objection in U7 Frieza Victory Strike, and that, oh my god.
The days of U7 Frieza Victory Strike. Oh my, I can't wait till we get to that point in the series. It was such a fun deck, and it was basically like, do you have Mafuba? Do you have Bad Ring Lizard? Is it over?
Is it over? Yeah. But what I find so crazy is that how Unison, and I think that, because, I think when you play, because these days, you got to keep in mind, these days, when you play test, you play test with some of your friends, mostly throughout the whole entire.
Yeah.
And you practice, but when you play, because with my group of friends, they know me, and they know what deck I play. They know I play in both all the time, so they know how my deck works. So they see the back and forth, because they see me play it. So when I play a different deck, that's what I love seeing them think, and that's one of the reasons why I ran Soul Striker. Was like, okay, well, I'm picking up Invoker right now. They're not gonna really see how it works unless I show them. But instead, I'm gonna play a different deck, that's gonna not only throw them off, but it's not gonna be an arcade that I enjoy. And because that's how I got first at my locals, they didn't know what to expect, you know. But you know, when you have the same community, the same group of
Yeah,
people
no, definitely.
saying, "Oh, he's gonna run that car, he's gonna run that car,"
I
it's
know
gonna
what
turn
that
your
card
mind.
is, and I know what you're running, and you just surprise them
Yeah,
with a
it's gonna
completely
turn
new
your
deck. Yeah,
mind.
you,
Like,
you
okay,
can play those mind
I
games
know how to attack this
100%.
guy. Right. So when you have like the store championships and stuff, people all over Texas come to the shop,
Oh,
you
damn.
know, and
Yeah.
shout out to Galaxy Gaming in Houston. They people all over Texas come to Galaxy Gaming, and that's when I would use Invoker because I have side deck. You don't know what cards I'm starting out. You don't know what deck cards I'm putting in. I may not even play the same guy who I play on original on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Say I'm playing somebody who drove in from Orange, Texas or Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing.
Ah, well, when I fly out to Texas when the world allows me, and I turn up with what a set one Vegeta, you're all gonna go, "What's this guy doing?"
Man, but look, but that's the thing though. Can you imagine somebody? And being honest, can you imagine somebody playing a unison and rest like a energy, a multicolor energy and rest, energy exhaust, and they just pass that turn, and you have an energy on tap, and you swing with crit Vegeta, and you double strike their first two cards with double strike, and then when they swing at you again, you just play Zamasu and put their leader in rest mode. It would throw people off.
It would,
Like it
it
would throw
would,
them
it would
off.
100% be a good
And if you
idea.
play a baby goose, you know what I'm saying? It's just this meta. You never know what people are gonna play, man.
That's a very good
That's
point.
why
That's a
I
very
love.
good point.
That's why I love this. That's what I'm telling you. Like I see people say rotation, rotation. I'm like, no,
No,
you.
let the things from the
Like,
past come in.
can you like? Do you realize when you play a SS4 Bardock that's dual attack 25K? Do you when you play the Goku Man on the Mission, SS3 Goku Man on the Mission? Do you realize the impact that? Because see, remember, players think. Remember when we're fighting, there's a certain thing that players do when we fight. We on turn 4 or 5, we either pressure you or try to go for game by turn 5.
Yeah,
And you may think the other player may think he has it, but then he warps his drop. He warps his whole drop area and brings out a overwhelm card. Or he's I've seen people swing at least with a blocker. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it one drop. Said my own eyes before in my hand with my own eyes.
it's my own
I've seen
eyes.
people one drop oob unison and play a champa. This game is crazy, man. You gotta keep the guard up there.
I feel like that was one of my favorite early games things where you did see those like the one drop Kai swinging in for game and then just someone just being like, everything I have, all of these 10Ks, and just like, is it enough? Yeah, it is. You've
Oh
got me.
man, man, I've seen people. I remember I was at 15K, and my buddy swung at me with a 4K. It was a one drop. He played Goten. It was a close game, and he played a one drop yellow card. And I think it was the Goten. It was the Goten combo card. He swung at me with the one drop 4K power Goten, and all he did was 19, and I lost.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I
just
lost.
that's the way
You
it
don't
goes
play around this
sometimes.
game.
That's the way it
This is
goes
why I tell people this
sometimes.
game. Listen, when you go into a local, you can look at a top tier deck and say, "All right, I'm gonna use it." Look, because I don't think it's net deck. At one point, everybody used to like cry about it,
Eh,
but the thing is, if you inspired, just run it. I don't
yeah.
care. But
Who
then
cares?
it comes to there are players who will study the meta and make a deck to deal with decks like, and that's what throws them off.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's a very
That's
fair
why
point.
the game is so great because of those things in particular.
Mm.
I love this game. Like, you know what's funny? I tell people only OGs understand cards like this.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh!
yeah.
You mean like these all leaders up here?
Oh my!
That's
So
all
you
of them.
understand the
You know it is.
you're a good man. You understand the lifestyle. You understand
Of course I
the
am.
lifestyle.
God, I love those giant leaders, man. I think the poster
I got
behind me
I
is
got
actually Colossal Warfare.
I got these right here. I got like the ones
He's
right
got me.
here.
He's got the look at those packs. Look at them. He's got the Goku
Yeah,
Happy Holidays. We can do that. We can do that. We can go back and forth all day.
you're like only OGs know about that. But
Only
no, man.
OGs, bro.
But you know what's so beautiful that the new Abraham. I'm talking about twin Anthony Abraham.
Yeah, what a
Eric
legend.
Anthony Abrams.
What a legend, man.
But that guy, I love that guy. He's always welcoming all of the people because we had about what 50 new people join the community or something a few days ago. There was a lot of people, men and women,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
joined the community, and then you had the kids. They had the kids do a box opening. So
yeah.
it's like the new blocks, the new cars, it's just getting better, man. And
I do. I
it's just
think a lot of people are interested in getting back into Dragon Ball or just new players in general because it is one of those things. It's like Dragon Ball is such a popular thing. Why wouldn't you want to play with your favorite characters? And I always love that about events. There's always a few kids that turn up and you just see them playing their favorite characters and you're like, that's amazing. Like the game doesn't have to be all about the competitive players. It's about just enjoying and
no,
having the fun with your favorite characters. I mean, I do it all the time. I'm
exactly.
still waiting for that set free Bardock yellow SR to be useful. One day it will be.
Oh man, like I say, we in a like I said, we in a time now where like when Bandai made the Ultimate decks, they said these decks are made for players getting into the game and players who never getting back into the game or players who never played the game. And I just thought that was genius. And it's saying like you can run this deck in tournament.
Yeah, I think you
So
could easily do that. Get two of them, put them together, you're good.
but I just think that it's cool to see how kind of I got we got off topic a while back. I'm so sorry, but to
That's
see
alright.
how the Unison, the new sets is coming, I appreciate it. The new cards are coming out, the new secret rare. There's so much creativity being put into these games,
Mm.
and I think that's what's making the game more interesting. Because not just one archetype. Because if somebody's gonna run Brawly BR, Ray Brawly BR, well, okay, we have the new set that's coming out in a few months. You don't know what there's no. I mean, come on, you got people all over the world playing this game, and you have to keep in mind you got people all over the world, like millions of people around the world. Not all of them are part of the DBS community.
That's
You have to
very
keep
true.
that in mind. And that's the thing I tell my friends. Like, not all of these people around the world is part of the DBS community. Some are, some not. Some just plain don't even have social media.
Yeah.
They look at Max Dublin. Dublin doesn't have social media, but he plays.
Mm.
So there's always gonna be that one player that's gonna come out with a spice that can literally knock out the meta. And that's actually a person out there doing it right now. He's just very low key about
Yeah, my favourite instance of that is when King Vegeta won the Italian tournament and everybody was just like,
it. I saw
wait,
that.
what?
I saw that. I
Italy
saw
was
that.
just like,
I saw some clips about it. Well, they were speaking Italian, but but it was around the world.
this is like,
I was talking about that
it's why
Dragon
we're
Ball
basically
card game.
like, Italy basically got that King Vegeta card rebooted because they probably voted for it all the time.
I mean, I tell people like I say this. I like tell people earlier like this game is like an anime. You have
Yeah.
so many different characters. You have Frank Miller. I mean, you got the champ Jordan Mark. I mean, you have you have these champions. You have these great players. You have these content creators, and you got fans who just love the game, and I think that's why I love Dragon Ball so much. It's really like it's like an anime.
Yeah.
Like you have the people who have that are known in the community because I don't like the word clout. I hate that
Nah,
word.
it's
I
not.
don't.
I mean, it's a
I don't
thing
like.
here, but it's not really a thing here. If that makes sense. Like the
I
word's used, but I don't like. It's not the same as it is in America.
right. It's used a lot, and I don't like it. But I hate using that term. But you have known people who put in work into the game and community. So, but then you also have those players. I call them the underground ones, where you go to a Toonami and you watch the episode on 7 o'clock p.m. But then the underground players come on Adult Swim,
Love it.
at 9
Love
o'clock,
it.
10 o'clock. It's like an anime. Like what we're doing right now. There's somebody right now playing testing. There's
Oh yeah,
somebody right now deck it
straight
around
up.
the world. It's beautiful. Somebody in Italy is kicking butt with King Vegeta, man. Like that.
Yeah.
Man, dude.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the best things about being in Europe. There's not much right now, especially in the UK with Brexit and all that, but we won't get into that. But the change they made so that French players and Italian players could use English cards and like for the tournaments, that was such a huge quality of life change, and really opened up the game for the European market. And I really wish America would follow suit with that. I don't know how possible it is. it's one of those things. But
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, I'm just happy. I love seeing that you guys out there are just. But I watched a few videos, and I remember watching the Oceania championship webcam. It was back in November, I believe, or
sounds about right.
October.
It sounds about right.
I think, but it was just the fact that you guys, like, we all come together as one, but it's like you guys do your own thing in a way with Dragon Ball. Like y'all have your own way of. It's so cultural. It's such a global phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Mm.
This card game.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
I
And
just
I know a lot of people in Japan really want it, which is wild. It's wild to me that it's not in Japan. I understand why it's not in Japan, but like the fact that people in Japan import it and want to play it, that's even crazy to me.
oh yeah, I think it's cool how they use some of the cards that was made from the Dragon Ball Hero card, and they put it into the actual card game. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of, like I say, back in the older Dragon Ball Z game, SS3 Goku was an SCR. Now he's being reprinted as a lineage card in the
Oh
next
yeah,
set.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, that was such a cool throwback. Yeah.
And that's gonna be hype. I hope I hope it's not a hard pull. I may just buy singles, but
Oh,
I hope it's
fingers
not one
crossed,
of
man.
those things
Fingers
because
crossed.
I don't want to trade it. I don't know. I think it's a rare card, so I hope nobody's not like looking for SS3. No,
It's a smaller
I don't want
set,
to
so
trade
the
it.
chances of getting everything's pretty high. So I like that's what I'm hoping. I'm deluding myself into being like, you know what, smaller set, you can afford to spend a bit less, Scott, but you're gonna get everything. Fingers crossed.
I might just have to do singles on this set. Well, I'm gonna buy a box for sure. Cause yeah, man, I told me that they say, look, you're gonna love the evolution box, the battle evolution, which I'm glad that they're going back to other sets and adding new stuff because, like I said, they're going back to older cards. So older cards are getting more recognition.
Yeah,
But
straight up.
even with Goku coming back, I mean, even with the new Unisons coming out, it all come. I mean, I just like you may have somebody play this some. There may be a point where somebody's going to play
My
this.
boy.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
Like,
it.
you never know what this game is going to bring because you have all. The fact that people sleep. For example, when Giant Ball came out, because Giant Ball says, okay, you put a card in rest mode, you draw a card, but people don't realize Crusher Ball is still a great card.
Yeah, that's straight up. Crusher Ball is hilariously good.
People just constantly because one thing in the community is they look at new sets, and don't get me wrong, because rejuvenation is beautiful. First of all, you get to add a life. You get to look at your opponent's life. That whole I love that troll. I'm not playing troll, but I love that whole play style that you reveal a card. Janemba is aggro.
The amount of
You
mind
have these
games that get
healing.
added with that stuff, it's amazing.
It's a mind game. It's like playing chess, but on 2.0. Like you're playing chess on a more creative level,
Yeah, no,
and you're
straight up.
allowing yourself to apply yourself to more the I guess the boundaries of how the game works because there's so much creativity in this game. And then not only that, but the game is at a point where to now, like I told you earlier, like I said earlier in the interview, that you don't know what people are going to play. You can look at the leader and have assumptions, but you don't know what they're going to play. You don't know what fights is going to be made. You don't know what unison is going to be put in and put out. You don't know what cards they're relying on. They may, like, for example, they may want you to think that they're relying on a secret red.
Mm?
But the whole time, they're relying on the unison to destroy you.
Yeah, that
I mean, you just don't know. They have your leader destroyed. You just never know. So I'm just happy that they're becoming more creative. Because, is that it's something I have to get used to. Because I was assuming that rejuvenation is going to be, well, we saw the trailer and all that stuff. And Sensu Pop did a review on it a while back. But I was assuming that this set was going to be a slower set like set 10. Because set 10 was pretty slow. It was literally about a turn 5 and 6. Brawly DR comes out, it was pretty fast.
mm.
But now the meta is slowing down. Like people are not running Brawly DR as much. People are running Dog Brawly. and people are finding different ways to go against different decks and make those decks meta.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love how it's been
That
shaping
was
and
a lot of
evolving.
talking.
It's one of the best things. I honestly do love it. Like the Dark Banisher Fu making a comeback just to deal with Dark Broly. It's one of my favorite things. It's like I love it. I love to see it. So what else would you add to the game then? Let's get back to what the whole show is actually meant to be about. But we kind of got sidetracked. But I don't care. This is the point. I love the conversation. I love to have it. Well,
Okay, say the question again.
so what else would you add to the game if you could?
I would like to see a. Well, I mean, outside of rejuvenation, I would like to be able to see more cards get added from your hand to the warp. I mean, you had the trunk with the double strike trunks that you tap you overrun 4 when you tap 2. It's an OG card. This is from the set 3. It's the Super Saiyan Xeno trunk. You overwhelm and you add 1 battle card to your hand. He has double
Mm.
strike.
Oh, the
But
overseeing time.
over the same time, like I want
Yeah,
to see more cards like that where you can play cards so you can add cards from your warp to your hand. I mean, it may be unique. I mean, if that comes back, those type of cards have to have like unique, be
mm.
like unique barrier of some sort. But just imagine if you was able to add an 8 back to your hand, and then you swing, and then you tap 2 and use 8 again. That's crazy.
That would
But
be
I like to see
crazy.
more. I like to see more cards like that, and then I like to see. I would like to see how games turn out. Turn 6, turn 5, turn 6. I like to see games last like turn 6, turn 7. In my opinion, because I personally believe that you bring out a player's true skills and potential on turn 6, turn 7, because kind of like fighting to the death of the game.
Yeah,
And of course, you
it's
have
very
turn.
much resource management. What do I swing with? What do I leave open? At that point, yeah, it's literally it. You make that wrong play at that point, and there's a very good point of this is the the last event we had in the UK, which was the finals last year, and it was Jet
Yeah.
versus Nathan, and they were just back and forth and back and forth, and it was literally coming down to who dropped that black smoke when they dropped it. What did they have to answer it? And it was one of the best matches I've commentated. I loved seeing it, and yeah, like you say, when those games do go long, it is one of those things.
And not just that, yeah. But like you say, that like that the fact that you had that type of intensity, who's going to drop Black Smoke Dragon first? That's still a pretty big thing. And then I like to see more. I love how play cards came out. They each had their own type. I thought it was pretty cool. But I like to see more. I like to see more unisons that give more of their leader cards more support.
Mm.
Not like I like to see other cards have similar treatment, like Baby Unison and Akami Piccolo. I know every archetype is different. Like I know you have the Demigod, this green unit, which is so powerful
So
and
strong.
definitely slept on. It's a great card. And then just to have more, the direction of ramping. I like Objection to come back as one. As long as
Yeah,
there's
objection at
one,
one. Yeah, like get rid of
one hurt. It
get
won't,
rid of anything that repairs it. But yeah, sure. Yeah, I could see it.
it won't hurt,
Nah, that's true.
But the signature card that came out in Kyoto, like I don't know if you saw the other day, there was a guy who was running the Reboot Gohan, and he played the Hope Universe 7 card in that
Oh,
tournament.
I did not see that. No,
Yeah,
that's
I
wild.
think he evolved. If he watches this, hope he corrects me if I'm wrong. But I seen him had that card in play, from what I believe. But I just think that you have the Ward, you have the one of. I mean, I like to see Unyielding Trunks come back too as one. And
Ooh, you're playing with fire there.
I like to see it as one, but I think that there may be but this is something. Son, I don't want nobody to come at me. I can back this up. I can
I'm
back this
hearing
up.
you out. I'm hearing you out.
Okay, it would be cool to have a car like a Unyielding Trunks, but it's a secret rare. It's an ultimate.
Spicy.
Think
I
about
like it. I like it though.
the thing about it. Like if your leader card is whatever, you can send it to the drop. Now, I mean, I'm not gonna be biased, but if it was blue, it would be pretty tough.
I mean, yeah, like
But
blue untapping your energy. It makes sense. I'm with you.
And like if you combo, I, mean, I don't know what card it would be, but let's say that you combo with it on if you have three or more energy on your opponent's, and it's your opponent's turn, you combo with it, untap three energy, you send that card to the drop, you draw two cards, and then at the end of your opponent's turn, you warp three cards and you play that card from your drop into the battle area. And now you have a
Damn.
secret. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you have a secret area that not only get energy, but now you have it has double strike or it has crit.
A combo play secret rare would be cool. I would love to see that. That would be something really cool and
Yeah,
unique.
yeah. It'd be pretty cool. It could happen. I mean, like you look at hashtag. Hashtag is I actually sold my black smoke to go buy another hashtag because I sold my hashtag before. But you look at hashtag, people are the first of its kind to say you can't attack me.
Yeah.
I'm the gingerbread. Like that's really what it's saying. Like you can't catch me. It's like I'm gonna swing at you. What you mean swing, buddy?
You can't
You
do
know,
that.
and hit me.
Oh, imagine giving
But
Hachiyak a blocker unison. That'd be terrible. Bandai, don't do that. Don't do that, Bandai.
you can imagine a blocker unit. And you know what? But that's what I was saying. Like Hattrick is a good card, but can you? Well, then again, it's a movement game. See, they're not smart. They're smart. They're not gonna say, you know, you can have any card back to that's been removed from the game back to your hand. But think about it though. It would be pretty cool to see more cards get played from your battle area because there are a lot of cards that like Truman Salsa sends your stuff from your drop to your warp. You got cards removing your drop to the warp. So, you know, we should have more cards that say, hey, add more battle cards from your warp area.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. I
So,
mean, ideally, I would
or have a
love.
unison. I like to see a unison that does it. Like, you know, you drop two cards, add them two bad cards from your warp area to your hand. You know? And to be fair, you know, you won't be able to play it this turn. If you do, it skills negated. You know what I'm saying? So you can
Yeah,
make a unison that's more balanced so people won't be mad. But you got a lot of things you send stuff. I mean, come on, this is the warp area right now.
yeah,
You
that's
know? This
true.
is the warp area.
Got to
Everything's
add
being
some
sent.
more stuff to the warp. I could totally get behind that without spoiling too much of in the pipeline of what I'm working on. I'm working on a concept for a mass Saiyan deck, and the antithesis of it is the Overrealm. So utilizing that warp, like you're giving me ideas, bro. You're giving me ideas.
I just, you know, it comes. I had to my friends. I have to give credit to my friends because for many sets it was just objection, victory strike, yeah, invoker, victory strike,
Yeah.
yeah. So now I had to really now with the meta and stuff and the new stuff coming out. I honestly been, like I say, I is not getting rid of invoker. So people were asking me that, like, you gonna
No,
change that? I'm like, no,
no.
it's here. Like I actually started to become more. I run Soul Striker. I run Gogeta BR, the Ray BR. I love that deck. But I'm starting to become more open to deck knowledge, not just the mindset of okay, run a secret rare and have a use you win the game,
Yeah.
but understanding why players play certain cards, you know, and why players play certain cards for certain turns. I mean, this game is becoming more of a thinking game too. Remember, from set one all the way, even when before the Unison Warrior block came out, right before dual color cards came out, I think that was the peak when it was time to actually start thinking about gameplay. Because now we're in the meta now where it's like, okay, well, when you get a baby Unison, you want to wait to turn three. You know what I'm saying? You want to
Yeah.
wait to turn four to play. Like even I'm using Invoker. Forgive me, y'all. Invoker Vegeta, we don't really want to play it turn three. We really wait to play it turn four. You know, Soul Striker, we don't really want to do pressure on you to like turn four, turn five. So I mean, now you're looking at different parts of the game that's different archetypes, that's different mechanics, that's different character traits, that's different cards you want to play. I mean, it's overwhelming, but it's amazing. But to feed off what you're saying earlier, I backtrack. But what I'm saying is that you're able to you're able to go into this game with a different sort of build in every set. In every set,
Mm.
it's just it's always going to be different now, and it won't be the same. You know?
No, I definitely think that. Like, once we got past that early rough point of a few decks like dominating, like Storm, like we've not had a and Super Shenron that. Let's never forget Super Shenron.
Well,
Um, like
that was definitely.
we've constantly had a shifting meta with rogue decks coming and popping up. I mean, at that event I mentioned, that finals one, Aaron topping with the original Soul Striker. This was pre-reboot, so it was like, oh my god, original Soul Striker just made waves in here in the UK. So that was like
Yeah,
that was cool to see.
yeah,
You,
that was pretty. Yeah.
what was it? The PPG event that the Golden Freezer one not too long ago. They set one Golden Freezer, Guillaume from France. He took the event. Um, so you
Okay,
know
that's crazy. That
things
it's,
happen.
things are happening, and I think I always talk to my friends about this. I had the store championship here in Twitch. And my buddy Nico, he bodied me with Jiren. I lost. I see. My thing is, you know, people were telling me not to run Weeses in my deck, and the Weeses are just search for TOP. And I realized, like, bro, that's when I realized I am done listening to people.
Mm.
Ever since I had that champion store, I'm done. And I'm not saying that out of be selfishness. It's I'm going to you're a human being. I'm going to
Of
value
course,
your
right?
well-being. To you, I'm going to consider it, but I'm not going to apply. Like I'm consider what you're telling me, but there's a 90% chance I'm not going to apply it to the deck because I feel like this works for me, and I think that's what players are doing. It, where I was saying it is that they're going because you ever have people go, "Why are you running this? You should run this." No, I'm going to run this because I like it, and
Yeah,
I think
straight
that's
up.
why your friends. I mean, come on, man, this is international, so you got people out here running King Vegeta. There's no one here in the states right now running at a campus or at an event. So for somebody to bring back these old decks, that means that they were fighting the big dogs or fighting the big decks and going.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's
It's
so
definitely
great.
it's
But
one of my favorite things, and I hope when COVID goes, like, because this is what they were setting up for, and it didn't ever pan out because of COVID. Obviously, you can't do it. But like when the UK plays, when Europeans best meet up with the US, I think that event's gonna be really special because
oh gosh, yes,
when the Brussels
yes.
event happened for Europe, which combined Italy, France, and the UK, it was one of the most fun events. Like different decks coming out the
I saw that.
wazoo. Shout
I
out
saw
to
that.
Tournament
That
Center
was
for that. It was such a great event. And just
that was
seeing all
pretty
those
cool.
crazy people combined, it was beautiful. So for when the next stage of that is combining people from Australia, Europe, America, Asia. I think they have
That's
a
cool.
Asia branch. Latin America as well has will have a input. Like
That it it was beautiful because I remember they showed the BBS EU thing. It was a video of everyone from around the world. I think yeah,
yeah,
that was a video made in 2019. I was watching that, and at the time I was watching it, it was a whole nother world that was just Dragon Ball,
mm,
and it was just crazy. You guys, I mean, I remember watching it like 3 in the morning. The band I uploaded on their Facebook page. I remember seeing that. That must have been really fun. Did you go to that?
no, that was like just after I had my mental breakdown, so I wasn't able to go.
Oh,
Um,
I want to hear that.
no, it's fine. Peter went, and Azim did a great job. They got to because that was when they revealed. Oh, when did they come out? But like the Broly Surge and Kefla Surge, they got to spoil that at the event. So
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
so
I remember.
that was crazy being back home and being like, Scott, look at this, and I'm like, I hate everything. I wish I was there, but enjoy it, guys, enjoy it.
But you know, be cool though, and that's another thing I want to say. I would like to see a lot of older cars come back because, like the Kepler would be cool. If you was to bring back the Kepler, reboot it, and made it a little bit more competitive, it would be a fun. Well, it would actually be pretty
Until they
broken to be
made the
honest.
change about reducing cost and stuff, I was so hyped for Kefla Surge playing that hit that reduced down. Like it was one of my favorite things to do to get it low, just free play it. Like the deck wasn't good, but I was
Oh,
like, every time I would go to travel to my like. So for me, my locals are a train journey away, which is about an hour. So I would turn up with this Kefla Surge just to play hit for free. Didn't care if I won.
oh, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of players play Dragon Ball, so but you have to put a little bit of competitiveness in the game now, and that's what
Yeah,
I
of
try to
course,
do.
definitely.
Uh, but I've been blessed to have a balance. Like I have friends who are pure competitive card game veteran card game players, but I just love Dragon Ball. Like I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, I like it. But I love Dragon Ball, and that's why I play. But now, like I say, the the prices, the cards, the people, and I think that people now are starting to understand that DDS is becoming more of a doggy dog world in a sense. In doggy dog world means like we all want something, but we just don't know what it is. Like we all want to win.
Mm.
We all want to be. We all want to have great decks to win. But I feel like that's more than we're chasing.
Yeah,
Because I
no, I
think that
can
when you
totally
make
see
a
that.
yeah, like, 'cause I think when you make a deck, it's more like it's more of you're competing. Because when I make a deck, when I build my deck, I'm competing against myself. So when I go against another player, my thing is I'm not worried about if I'm gonna lose because I'm bad. I want to make sure if I lose, it's because it was a good game.
Yeah.
And I think that's one that I'm learning is that okay, if I play, like let's say, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll happen. Let's say I face you a year later or something, you and me on
Hmm.
stream, and we're both down to one life. I put all my thinking and strategy into this deck. You did the same thing with your match singing,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
beat me. You're gonna feel that energy because you're going, man, that was a great game because it came down to it. And I think that a lot of people are trying to find this because I learned that your deck is never perfect. Like our decks are never perfect.
Oh
And I
no, there's
think that's
always going to
something
be someone with that one tech that will undo you. Like, it's just going to happen.
always there. It's always there. And even if it's a different archetype or a different a mechanic, it's still the same thing. So, but like I say, I like to see more mechanics come out with new strategies. I want a lot of older cards to get rebooted. I want unisons. I want to see more SCRs with more unique abilities like the ones that came out. Which a lot of people don't notice, but I honestly think that one of my favorite, well, one of the coolest SCRs was of all outside of Lake and Power, but like just outside of Universe 7, one of the coolest SCRs was the Vegito, the Power of Patara, Vegito
Yeah,
Calculated
no, I
Deluxe.
the first ever
And
secret. Yeah,
that card there, I think that card really set it for me when I was like, oh man, this game is changing. Because you just shut everything down. And I mean, it was just so creative. So, I mean, I want to see more cars like Vegeta for Power, to be honest
yeah.
with
No,
you.
I
To see,
100% can get behind that.
or to see, or have more cards in that same color range where when you play it, you are shutting down 2 energy, you're drawing 3 cards, unique. It's a lot you can do.
Oh no, Power Patara was set 7. I was thinking of the other one, the first ever one. No, you're right. Power Patara set 7. Yeah, the multicolor secret. Yeah, that was a really cool secret too. Mainly just for the artwork.
Easily.
I was never a true fan of
Oh,
it, but I respect it. I respect it and what it's done for the game. But I was an SS3 scramble kind of guy.
oh, okay, okay. But I would like. I mean, honestly, this is gonna sound wild, but they could probably bring Gogeta back just without the deep. He had deflect when it first came out. So if you was to bring out, I mean, they could bring it without the deflect. I think it'll make the game, it'll make Gogeta more playable in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Correct? Or make it an SDR. Make Gogeta an SDR. But it'd be cool though because if they made Gogeta come back and they made it as SDR, that would actually make the set better. Where he'd be SS3 and it'll be like SS3 Gogeta, full Punisher or
That
Soul,
would be cool.
um,
I'd be so on
three
board with that.
Gogeta, our soul. I mean, Soul Savior or Heaven. I don't know some
Some
heroic name
variation of it.
Vegeta.
I get yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then you could just play that. And he could take on the 7-drop ability, but he's an 8-drop, and you don't give it deflect.
Mm.
I mean, I have so many cards I
You
want to
got
come
so
back to
many
be honest.
ideas, man, and you know exactly who you can pitch them to.
Oh, I'm
uh,
gonna text him like,
hey, hey, hey!
hey,
Look,
hey.
hey, hey. So I guess I guess the final point is how, and not how well you were known because you were already known before this, but when Bandai reached out to you, like, talk me through that. How did it feel to be the first community member? Because that's what you are. You're not a content creator. You're not you are a good player, but you're not like pro player, I guess, if that makes sense. If you're not the
Yeah.
top creme de la creme. I don't want to sound disingenuous because you are a good player and I
No,
respect.
no, no.
But you get where I'm coming from, right? You are just a
Yeah.
member of this community at the end of the day, and there's nothing to scoff at by that. You're one of the best members of this community. You're so positive, and it's so refreshing to see. So yeah, how was that? Like, talk me through that because that like the Giant Force reveals was huge, and I remember when it happened, and I was just like, I feel so happy for you.
Oh yeah, I thought, man, you're so kind, man. You know, well, before I answer that, I will say I learned in this game there's always going to be somebody that's better than you in this game. They're always going to have. I call it the god tier players. And I talked to Jordan Marco. I talked to some of the top tier players, and my thing is, as long as players stay in their lane and just going to this game as a person who wants to have fun,
Yeah.
to be competitive, learn from the greats, you'll be fine. Don't if you want to compete against somebody better, then be better than how you were last week. That's how I see myself in this game. It's like, well, I want to be better than that. Like I said, I'm not a Jordan. I'm not a Marcus Cantarsi. I'm not a Eddie Sinclair. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm always gonna respect these guys because I always post, like I say, I always say they paved the way. They paved the way to show. They paved the way in a way. But the top tier players that make the way, they allow me to see and understand that okay, there's certain routes that these guys go to win, and if they can do it, I can do it, and
Oh yeah,
that's
straight
where I
up.
go.
Everyone has that potential, and it seems like you are taking a
Yeah,
lot from
yeah.
that, and you are adapting. And it is one of the things I hope people take away from this conversation is how you apply yourself to your decks. I think it's a really
That's
good
all.
way to apply
Yeah,
yourself to it.
yeah. That's all it comes down to. And with Bandai, well, with Bandai, I know that people are watching,
Mm.
and Bandai took notes. I can't say much,
No,
but
no,
I will say
we're
this.
gonna we're gonna skirt the line, but I feel like
Yeah,
there's some inside baseball we can talk about.
yeah. But all I know is that people are watching, and Bandai took notice. And I was just running. I was just jogging one day, and he messaged me, and he told me it was we was wondering we'd like to share these cards, and my heart was beating fast, and I was like I was in a way like shocked
Mm.
in a way because it was like what in the world, like what? And and I'm like text them saying, okay, yeah, thank you, I'm honored, and thanks for everything and stuff. And I made a joke. I was like, thank you for creating Awakened Power, Son Goku. I love that card so much. They go, oh, we know you do.
Oh, we know.
like, oh, we know you like it. We know you love it. We glad you enjoy it. And he asked what type of sex I enjoy outside of Universe 7. I love the Soul Strike. I love the Gogeta B Aura, and we talked about that, and he was getting to know me a little bit, and well, they were getting to know me a little bit, but it was just one of those things that I was still, while I was in the moment talking to him, I was just processing. Like it all started with I like 4 years ago. I'm looking at it like, God, thank you. Like I never saw this coming back in that. I never saw it coming when a demo day. When I was running around trying to find a starter deck to play this game, and now it really wasn't a beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. So, but it was beautiful,
Mm.
and they were like, we want you to share these cards, and when they emailed me, had a Kid Confidential, you had all that the privacy part. They had like a private policy part that
Yeah,
they a
the
privacy.
NDA, yeah.
Yeah, NDA part. Right, there you go. See, I'm over here like going ABC. And I'm reading all this stuff. I'm looking at all these cards, and I'm just sitting here like 20,000 something people are going to wake up to this in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Like in 2. So then the following day get close by. It's Monday morning. I'm typing and I'm shaking. Like I'm actually shaking as I'm nervous. I'm backspacing my words on my iPhone. I'm sitting here. I don't know how this is going to be because I'm not a content creator. And they actually asked me to do a YouTube type of video. I said, look, because my laptop broke, and I told them that I don't have a laptop at the moment.
Oh no.
But they were like, well, that's just, if you want to do that, let's just try it out then, and if it works. So I'm like, okay, well, Bandai, because in my mind, I'm thinking that Bandai gonna go, well, he doesn't have a computer, and he can't review the card, so, and I'm thinking like, dang, I hope I didn't let them down, because I'm like, I'm not a creator. That was the first thing.
Mm.
So the next day I make the post. I'm literally sitting here like, man, I'm about to post this. I don't know how people are going to react. I don't know how many people are going to be upset. I don't know how many people are going to get 20,000 people may be upset that I am not a YouTube content creator. I'm not a card discussion creator. I'm not a crossword TCG. I'm not a Eggman. And these guys have pure knowledge and breakdowns on these cards. And shout out to them. I'm not.
Yeah, no, straight up. I love both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're great. I mean, you have Stage Zero. I mean, you have.
Oh, there's so many creators now. Aspire, like.
Yeah, you had these guys, and I'm like, these guys at all, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna post it. So when I post it, I messaged Aaron, say, hey man, I'm about to check the approval, and I was nervous. I did not check my phone for an hour, and an hour later, my phone got heated up. It literally got heated up, and I was just like, wow, it was the most beautiful experience I've had in DB.
Oh.
Sharing it, and the fact that there were players engaging around the world talking about these cards on their own channel internationally.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. So then every day, so those 4 days straight, every day that week was just a season of, I don't know how to explain it. It was just one of those things that I never saw coming, but I made sure I took in every moment of it in and showed it, like and shared it. It was literally the best experience I've ever had in this community.
Oh, that's
Like
so
just
sweet.
to do something like that. Yeah, it was just so, it was beautiful, and I still couldn't process, And I mean, I still talk to Bandai, and we talk,
Yeah.
we have conversations, and it's like that's not an everyday thing. So I'm very humble, very blessed. So definitely the Lord's favor. So, but then it allowed me to meet people like you. To me, the notoriety allowed me to meet guys who have, like I said, you guys have knowledge. You guys have this following, this fan base, hard discussion. You got people that's tuning into you, and I look up to y'all. So to be able to just sit here and just share these cards in the community page, it was cool, man. It was definitely a blessed feeling. So
It became an event. I like actively waiting for you to post. I was like, yeah, we know we get it every day when they do the spoils, but like it was so different being part of this group, knowing who you were. I'm just like, come on, Evan, where's those next spoilers? How many messages did you get from people just being like, tell me what's coming next?
I had a few. I had people from Chile, Quebec, Argentina, Spain, just congratulate me. I have some that just say, what color is it next? Is it black?
Oh, I remember like everyone just like, is there black? And I was like, oh, there's not.
I was like, I can't say anything.
I was like, oh.
But yeah, it was a few. It was a lot. And then it was a lot more people congratulating me. But then of course there was a few that asked me. But my phone definitely was. I had to turn my phone off. I had to really turn it off. But it was beautiful. So the last day of colored cards that I shared, I was so. This is because I was clicking on the comments of the players. And then, like I said, to see international is so beautiful. I mean, these are all over the world. So I'm just clicking on these comments. These people from all different parts of the country, from all over the world, looking at these cards. So it felt like, in a way, I was hoping it brought people together because it did.
Yeah,
and
it
that
definitely
was the
did.
thing I wanted to do. I wanted to see how Cause my biggest prayer was that like I was like, Lord Jesus, please let this be something that the community can engage in, and for that whole week there was no toxic, there was no negativity, there was no hatred, no trolls. It was everybody trying to see what was next. There were people texting me, "Hey man, I can't sleep. Tell me the next color."
What's coming?
I'm
What's
like,
coming?
I don't know, but I definitely look forward to. Hopefully, I could do it again. I mean, of course, I don't know,
Yeah.
but it was beautiful. I didn't mean to go on a ramble on that, but it was just words can't describe how grateful I am for Bandai, and that how humble I am for the experience. Because I never thought I'd be on your show. I never thought I no counters, no combos. You know, my friend's podcast. I just never thought it. So
Oh man, but you're a great
it's
guy though. This is the thing, like, and I think that's the one thing people can take away from you is that you are, and I try to take from you because your outlook, your positivity, it's something you share on your personal Facebook, like, and it's an outlook I really respect, and it can't be easy being that positive, but like you are always bringing that positive, and I do try and bring that in our videos. Like you'll see me, I'm very positive. I've always been a positive person, but you've really like your next level positivity, your Super Saiyan positivity, and I'm basically KO Ken positivity. I'll take that. But it is you are a genuine
I just
nice
pray.
human. It's like
I pray, man. You know, like I say, I pray, and I ask the Lord for guidance. I pray for humbleness. You know, and the older you get, see, during this pandemic, you see, like, you understand the value of people, and you understand, you know, like, I had a few personal things happen in my life, and I had to realize the value of it, of
mm,
life. And then it made me understand, like, Dragon Ball, and this is a serious jump aside. My buddy John Connor, Aiden from Frieza Army, you know, we all came out to hang out and stuff and play. And I realized this game is really keeping people sane from being insane.
yeah, no, it
And this
definitely
game,
is.
it's a like this hobby because the world is not safe right now. And I noticed a lot of my friends who are used to going out to party and stuff, they're looking for hobbies. They'll tell you, I'm trying to find stuff to do during this pandemic, and we're over here having the time of our life playing
Yeah,
Dragon.
like the fact that we're still getting new cards and it's like, yeah, it's not the easiest environment to play, but it's like at least we've got something to look forward to, and I think that's such a huge thing that a lot of people overlook, and it can't be outstayed. Like I know, like within the next month, we're gonna have spoilers for like Evolution Booster, and everyone's gonna go back to this cycle of being excited for the future, and it's one of those things, like especially with mental health, having that thing to look forward to is important. And if
All right,
for us it's that card game, that's huge.
it's a beautiful thing, and I appreciate the kind words, man. Like I say, I just pray, and I understand that this game is more in depth. It's more. I look at this game more of a mental thing as well. Um, I mean, I tell people this: I rather you guys have a positive addiction than a negative addiction, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Like I
that's totally
rather
fair.
people, you know, struggle with trying to find something to do than struggling with something they've been dealing with.
Mm.
Because, and I meet people who play this game, they get them away. I know people who don't like their job, they don't like where they're at in life, but this game takes them away. And it takes me away.
Yeah,
You know,
same
I had a
here.
lot of
Yeah.
auditions, got told no, and I'm gonna go play Dragon Ball. It helped. But I'm glad, man. Like I mean, it means a lot to hear these little words from you. Know, I just have fun. You gotta take in the moment, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So, Evan, you've made it to the end of Snake Way. You successfully navigated the route. You were the first person to successfully do it. Even Goku slipped off the path a couple of times. So you've got one up on your
Oh
boy.
man, I, I had my Nike flip flops on. I had to,
Ah,
do
that's
a
what it is.
dive.
That's what it is. Oh, so if you've got any final closing words you want to share to the DBS community or just anyone watching this.
Just don't take the game seriously, but take the joy of the game seriously. Like at the end of the day, it is a card game, and we love it. Nah, I'm just kidding. This game's a lifestyle. You better win all the way down. I'm kidding.
If you lose, you're nothing. That's Evan U7 right there,
If you win,
guys. The
no, I'm
truth
kidding. But seriously,
exposed at the end of the day.
just have fun. But seriously, just have fun. Have fun. Be creative, and just understand that this game is not meant to be better. No one's better than no one. Just have fun with the game. Enjoy it. Make friendships. Connect with people, and be kind. And community, be kind. Put your ego to the side. Stop chasing clouds. Just be yourself. You know, you don't need to be rude. You know what I'm saying? Being kind open up doors in
Yeah,
the community. And in life.
100%.
So, and also have fun. Please have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
Be competitive. Show good sportsmanship. And yeah, oversee your decks if you have characters, please. That's all I got.
That's beautiful, man. What a way to end it. So yes, we are of course London Players Guild. If you did enjoy this, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know who you want on the show. I can reveal our next month's guest will be Silk Michael from the UK, which is exciting. I love Silk. He's my brother. The guy's done a lot for me personally, and it's just so he's going to be on next month. If you've got questions for him, let me know in the comments. I can't wait for people to see this. Evan, it's been an honour to talk to you. I hope we can do more like this in the future. Hopefully not as late. I have bedtime coming right up after this. But yeah, guys, I do mean this. It's not me just pandering to him. If you've got Amazon Prime, please check out Virgin Cheerleaders and Chains. It also has Khalifa in it.
Thank you.
Nah, so good, man. I actually enjoyed the film. Like, of course I'm gonna plug it. Like,
I appreciate it, man. It's cool. It is so cool. Like I said, and thanks for your audience from around the world, man. It's humbling.
that's all right. Well, till next time, guys. It's been Evan and Scott. See you soon. In this series, myself and Peter will be battling it out to see who can be the best warrior in all of the universes and timelines combined across Dragon Ball's history, starting from the very first set up to the most recent set. And I hope you all enjoy the history of the Dragon Ball Super card game.